This video is about the biosymbiosis theory of how eukaryotes evolved from prokaryotes. The theory goes that in the past there was only very little oxygen in the atmosphere, which meant that any respiration which was taking place was anaerobic respiration. The only cells around would have been early eukaryotes, so they would have had nuclei which were membrane bound, but didn't have a very complex cell structure without any organelles in them. Perhaps in the past, because of those low levels of oxygen, there might have been some prokaryotic organisms there which are capable of aerobic respiration and harnessing the very little oxygen that there was around. It is theorized that the eukaryotes used the prokaryotes as food and engulfed them. So the feeding system for these eukaryotic cells would be to take in the prokaryotes in a vesicle inside of them, and this is endocytosis. So the prokaryotes don't get digested, and eventually they become the mitochondria inside of the cells. The eukaryotes benefit because they get increased efficiency of respiration and energy release due to the aerobic respiration that the mitochondria affords them, and in return the mitochondria stay there because they are able to feed off the nutrients provided by the eukaryotic cell. So when the cells are reproduced, because the mitochondria also have their own genetic information, they are able to get passed on to the next generation of cells. Over time, as the Earth oxygen levels increase in the atmosphere, there would perhaps be prokaryotes that are able to do photosynthesis. So we have a similar situation here where the eukaryotic cell would take in the prokaryotic cell as food and incorporate it into its cell structure. This would also benefit the eukaryotic cell because now it is able to photosynthesize and produce its own food, as well as having the ability to use that energy derived from the food in a more efficient way because of the mitochondria. So this would give it overall a reproductive and growth advantage. Eventually, this change would become permanent, and as the cells divided, then chloroplasts and mitochondria would be passed on to their daughter cells as well. Remember, as this happened such a long time ago, we don't have any hard evidence or data to go on for this, and so therefore not all scientists agree what came first, the chloroplast or the mitochondria, and it's very unlikely that we're ever going to be able to find this out. Thank you for watching this video.